Police custody today, but still really under scrutiny by Bahamian authorities. The husband of a missing Michigan woman who authorities believe went overboard while boating in the Bahamas is now sharing his story.
Brian Hooker says he did not harm his wife and he plans to continue the search for her at sea. Our investigative reporter Bennett Haeberle has been following this for over a week now. He's joining us now with more. Bennett?
Yeah, Alex and Marion, Bahamian police released Brian Hooker from custody last night after holding him for several days and questioning him about his wife's disappearance. He told our NBC News colleagues he understands that police have a job to do, but that he would never hurt his wife of 25 years.
And what do you want to tell people who think you're responsible for your wife's disappearance?
Hours after being released, Brian Hooker spoke to NBC News about his time in police custody, the questions he faced, and his desire to keep searching for his wife, Lynette.
Did police ever explicitly ask you if you hurt your wife?
Of course.
What did you say to them?
I said I've never harmed Lynette, and I never would harm Lynette, and I want to find Lynette.
It's been more than a week since Bahamian authorities learned from Brian that he'd paddled to shore in this 8-foot dinghy after he says his wife Lynette fell overboard in rough seas with the boat keys still with her. Searches by land and air have so far turned up nothing. In an interview last week with NBC5 Investigates, Lynette's daughter described the relationship between her mother and stepfather as, quote, rocky at best, a description Brian Hooker's attorney rebukes, saying her client denies any wrongdoing and has cooperated with authorities. More than 10 years ago, a Michigan police report shows Lynette was accused of striking Brian in a domestic dispute, but prosecutors chose not to pursue the case. Brian Hooker did not want to discuss that during his interview or go into detail about what happened when his wife went missing.
I cannot share anything. As you can imagine, things are chaos and hectic, and I just don't want to take a chance that anything could interfere with the search, as it already kind of has.
Bahamian police say they're still investigating. Brian Hooker says he plans to hire a plane to continue the search.
I don't think I've ever been apart from her in 25 years for this long. I don't like it. She wouldn't stop, and I'm not going to stop.
He says he will not stop. Brian Hooker says he had planned to resume and continue searching when he was taken into custody. He still says he believes there is a potential that his wife could still be out there, alive. Alex?
Bennett, thank you.